folks. Sorry we're a couple minutes late. We'll talk about why in a minute. Oh, the child. The child! Hang on, I have to get Alistair's headset working. Which, of course, is being difficult. Hey, Wendy, good morning. Let's see if this is gonna... No, even if it already says it's plugged in, it doesn't want to. Come on. There it goes. Alright.
I still function.
Imogen was here but went to bed, but sends our love. Thank you, Imogen. Sorry we missed you.
Love you.
So Twiglet's going through what we think is a hangry phase. He's almost uncontrollably bite responsive at times, and so we are trying to slightly overfeed him with better, food that he finds more desirable to cut that off.
Yeah, he's fine. It's not a thing to be concerned about.
I don't think it's a behavioral issue. I think it's I'm hungry, play with me, or feed me. I need something. Yeah.
I have a need, and no vocal cords to articulate that need.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off. So he's been getting a little bit bitey, and we're trying to deal with that.
Food more desirable than fingers, cables, toes. He's not so much into cables anymore, which is great.
Yes. Arm flesh.
Yeah, my hands are looking a little shop worn at this point. So he has, I think of it as his cheeseburgers. There is a snack from Sainsbury's. I can't wait to hear it, Ponce. Tell us, that he likes that's probably not the healthiest for him.
No vocal cords to form words.
Yeah, he can't speak, obviously. But that he really likes. So I gave him a whole pouch of that this morning, and he devoured about 2/3 of it. So I'm hoping he will chill the fuck out now, I bet, and take a nap. Also, don't forget that there will be an ad running at the top of the stream, like usual. So just give it a moment or two. I follow Sticky Frogs on Tumblr, and they call fingers the big treaty.
I love that.
No, you may not have the big treaty.
No.
Ooh.
Don't worry, I have eyes on him.
I think he's chasing ghosts or spider webs.
Ghosts or bugs.
He can chase spider webs. Yeah, he's acting like he got a face full of spider web. Alright, that's fine.
So yeah, we're good. We're fine. The boy's good, other than the fact he is a touch bitey. I
got offered a better job that fits my life better, and my son is going to the specialist school we want for our high school.
That is
done.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Well done.
That must be
the system.
The most gigantic weight off your shoulders. Congratulations.
Oh, incredible.
Very amazing news. Very happy for you. Oh, no, Bubba. No.
He is currently looking around the lounge in that kind of...
I'm gonna fuck up everything.
What am I gonna fuck up? I'm gonna start over here.
And Alistair made us bun masca for breakfast.
I did. I did play myself slightly and forget that we were out of milk until this morning, so we're not having chai with it. We're just having coffee. But the bun... This is better than the last batch, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. I think maybe I should have encouraged you to hold your nerve on the proofing to make him a little more light and airy.
Yeah, the crumb is a little thick with several C's.
That's okay. Look at... What is he...
So we have these two bookshelves in the left-hand corner of the lounge, and there's a little space between them and the wall. That space is currently entirely full of cat.
Mm-hmm.
He's several feet off the ground. I'm not sure how he's going to get out of this. I've seen him get into and out of worse situations this week, including a mesh basket substantially taller than he is.
So, we'll leave him to it. It looks like he's chasing spiders, to be honest, and I don't have a problem with him chasing spiders.
In the immortal words of Homestar Runner, it's probably fine.
He hasn't wiped out and called for help yet. There hasn't been a kitten mew.
There hasn't been a crash.
So, and we hung up some art this weekend.
We did, it was
very
great.
Nice.
We had a really good day yesterday.
Which made me realize that we actually own less art than we think. Or at least we have less art that's in a framed and ready to go on the wall condition than we think.
We have less art that we want to keep than we think.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that I found myself engaging with quite hard recently is, do I own this because I love it? Or do I own this because I love
Somebody
it?
gave it to you.
somebody gave it to me, or I loved it a decade ago.
Right.
And there's no value judgment inherent in that, and it's taken me a really long time to figure that out. I used to have art that my parents gave me when I was 18. And that used to be almost talismanic for me. It was kind of, no, this is proof I am a good boy. And we don't have that art anymore.
Yeah.
I don't need that proof.
And it's not very good.
And it's not very good.
And
it was fucking huge as well.
Exactly.
And none of that is to say that they did wrong by giving that to me. None of that is to say that I was wrong by carrying it through multiple houses. But
taste needs change. Absolutely.
Exactly. We grow and our taste and needs change. And I think the thing which really helped me get to that was realizing that change doesn't mean you lose that. The experience of having that thing in your life is always there. You just don't need it physically.
You don't need it in your space.
Which is really weird, given that the flip side of that is just how many DVDs we're starting to own again.
Right. But that's okay. For example, the fact that I wanted Alistair to watch Amadeus this weekend. And it is not available on any streaming service. And there's a 4K re-release coming out next month, I believe. So we will wait for that because then we will physically buy it because that appears to be the only way I can show it to Alistair.
Because it turns out...
Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm back down here?
Oh, yeah. Because it turns out I've never seen Amadeus.
Which, I mean, speaking of... That is Ralph Fiennes, isn't it? In Amadeus?
No.
Is it somebody else? I don't know.
It predates Ralph Fiennes.
Getting really tired, so not going to stick around long, but wanted to say hi. Hi, Varen.
Nice
Thanks so much
Varen.
for coming by. By all means, get some rest, please. This is where the witch banished us underground. Yes. All right, well, we can redo this. That's fine.
Some brief catch-up. We are playing Caravan SandWitch, in which we play...
and Marguerite's played a lot of Dragon Age recently, so is looking under all the corners for all of the things that don't exist in this game, but that's okay.
In which we play Soj, who has returned to the colony world that she grew up on to rescue her sister, who crash-landed here about 2 weeks ago. It's a pretty leisurely rescue mission, honestly.
I'll go now.
We've had several parties and made bread and eaten cheese since then.
We mentioned it's a very French game.
But what you slowly realize over time is that her sister's disappearance and the abandonment of the colony world by the corporation are directly tied to the mysterious actions of the Caravan SandWitches, who are these mysterious, enormous hatted individuals.
And we're not even sure if there's multiple of them.
I think, we're working off the theory they're in order, but we only have proof of one yet, who seem able to modify reality almost.
Or at least certainly mess with our days. Okay, Twiggo, that's right. You go and settle down in your box and watch the birds and the wind. That would be good. So we were trying to discover more about the corporate history and how to stop the Tarask, which is the giant
magnetic storm.
Dyson sphere around the sun they're trying to build, sort of thing.
The Dyson sphere around the sun is Project Helios. The Tarask is the mass driver that was being used to fire things to Project Helios, which this Caravan SandWitch, and indeed our sister, may have sabotaged.
Yeah.
To stop the corporation from basically mining the sun.
Right.
He's fine. I have eyes on him. He's under the bookshelf right now.
He's under the bookshelf. That's okay. All right. So we're going to escape. And now we are in some sort of... Oh, that's right. And yet here's Rose. As we escaped. Also wearing a cape.
You noticed that, huh? Yeah.
Last time we were kind of like, wait a minute, why is Rose wearing a cape?
Nice old lady who knows things.
Oh, sweetheart. Rose, are you alright? Yeah, I was able to transfer myself on time. Isn't Nelf with you? No, they may have been able to reach the Tarask. Oh no. Sarge, it's terrible. Nelf and Garance planned to turn off the Tarask when she was still here. What? You also knew? I tried to dissuade them. The magnetic storm is the main reason why the consortium left. If the storm stops, the whole planet may get exploited all over again. But Nelf said people would have jobs. We could just live like they do on space cities. Nelf fell for all that stockholder propaganda. Believe me, it's just a bunch of lies. Maybe, but why does this witch also seem really determined to stop Nelf? The witches are the protectors of the Tarask. They will do anything in their power to stop him. Nelf, he's in danger. We need to go inside this storm, but all the receptacles are disconnected. Well, there is another way. Let's get in the van. I have an idea. And this is, I think, where we left off last time. Let's go for a little drive. Oh yeah, I've been in there, and then I got out of there, didn't I?
I love how the van is used as a visual representation.
I'm not allowed to escape now. Anyway, you were saying?
I love how the van is used as a visual representation of some of the stuff you've done. That you've got the tadpole in the jar on the back. Mm-hmm. You've got Curry's frying pan. You know, you've got, I think, the guitars on one side of it, or stashed up top. The little plushie that the baby gives you.
Mm-hmm. Start talking, Rose.
Spill it, lady.
All right, I've driven 50 feet. What? I'm here.
Maybe you gotta go on the van base special. Oh, there we are.
Sorry, having a sip of my coffee.
Sorry, Rose. Coffee break.
While I'm at it, I gotta go back and turn those things in.
Rose, tell me these very important things about the secret origin of our colony, but before that, I just have to pop to the shops.
Yeah, I need to get down. Not here. I gotta get all the way back down to the...
To the refuge.
To the refuge, right. But I don't think they're gonna let me. I think they're gonna force me to drive Rose somewhere.
Hey, Urban, how we doing? Hey, SandWitch, how we doing?
Start talking, Rose. Is he alright?
Oh, he's fine. He started some trouble.
Putting up curtains, right?
He started some trouble. I put him in window timeout, and he seems to be loafing.
Good.
He's probably figuring out
Listen.
Listen!
Years ago, I had special access to all the facilities around here. I have the codes to access the underground facility that was used for transporting materials. I thought that tunnel collapsed. Well, yeah, partly. But with the tools you've installed on the van, we should be able to do something about that. Finish what you have to do first. And let's go once you're ready. Okay, let's go find Rose once I'm done with all I have to do. Who needs laundry or flowers picked? Now's your chance. What is she building? She's rummaging around in parts, looking for something it looks like. Okay, got a new message. I'll be at the garage. Come back when you're ready, my child. My child. Okay. That's new.
Glow-in-the-dark yarn, you say?
Color of a Tito glow-in-the-dark yarn? Did you know that? I did not know that. I think that's a wonderful thing to know. I think I should send you a little bit of money so that you could buy some of this yarn and play with it. Because that would be amazing. Alright, let's go to the Forgotten Consciousnesses. Wendy, I'm so not surprised. Wendy's all, too late! It's a long drive, but that's okay. I can't wait to see what this hypothetical yarn could make, Wendy. Let's go this way through the ground. For once the game is, this is the plot bit. Here's the time to finish your side quests, right? I always appreciate when they do that. Glow-in-the-dark hat for the lad. Yeah, Chunkus is doing just fine. In fact, when we take a coffee break, would you remind me I should take him out of the fridge? Because I'm going to make some crackers today, I think. One of the things I need to do this break, the possibilities are glowy and endless, I agree, is I want to improve my sourdough game a little bit, and so I need to do some... It's over here. The refuge is here, isn't it? I want to do some more reading about like the proper level of a starter to maintain and things like that. So, we're going the wrong way. That's not the... Yeah, the refuge is right up here on the top of the platform. So Chungus has been in kind of, suspended animation for a while. It's January. Ain't nobody got any energy in January. Me included. So...
How is this month still going?
I know.
How?
Right? How is it still January?
I really I find it very hard to not suspect one of the reasons why Dropout have done so many live events in January is, okay, it's the venues are cheapest at this point maybe, and also the month lasts forever.
We have to remember what the heck we're doing. I've just been playing an awful lot of Dragon Age, and honestly, I'm enjoying the heck out of it. I think I'm almost at 100 hours now.
Nice. I murdered the fuck out of an evil robot on Warframe after failing to do so for a solid week. And I did it because I realized that the weapon I was using had not been upgraded. Ever.
Yeah. Alright, let's reload the rest of these AI consciousnesses we saved. Consciousness detected. Transferring. Don't forget to obtain your reward of components. Alright, I got a bunch of components, which I don't even think I need anymore.
Soj, you made it. I'm so happy. These consciousnesses are part of the last survivors of the Consortium's atrocious doings.
They're finally out of that humid underground.
When I came to this area, I had almost no hope. The Tarask is so close. We've been working on it for years with Lamar, and I am starting to get tired.
Turing.
Yeah?
You didn't tell me everything about this server, did you?
Mm-hmm. So you know about the Singularity. Please understand, we can't tell you details about it for everyone's safety. The virus made by the Consortium was meant to stop awakened robots on Sigalo. Reaching the Singularity is part of the multiple dilemmas inherent to artificial intelligence forms.
Well, okay, valid.
We would be able to live for eternity, in just a moment. Longer than any other Helios high dignitary.
But what about just creating a server that was able to coexist with the environment? I mean, it was also a huge risk for me to help you. It's
true that the Consortium severely punishes humans and robots taking part in Singularity.
The fact that word has been pluralized?
The fact that there is corp law.
There's corp policy on this.
You can be sure that we will be discreet as long as you don't reveal our plans to anyone. If a squadron comes to turn off the refuge, I swear to erase you from all of our memory.
No, don't erase me from your memory.
As you wish. But we are going to make these decisions during a big general meeting. Lamar and I will stay a bit longer in the area.
Good. It's really nice having you around.
And feel free to ask questions to the server. They may have information about your missing sister. Good luck on your journey, Soj.
Can I just point out the fact that even if you are Singularity, you're a distributed consciousness, which means you can have multiple bodies? Just saying.
Also, Turing's look is just fierce all the way down, right? Isn't it?
Community service trophy earned. Right? His name's Turing, and we have a whole bunch...
Lamar, and I believe Nostradamus is in here as well.
Right? We got a bunch of different robots. Actually, these are the first cells that I came across on Sigalo. This planet was used to make thousands of millions of them, but no one stayed here. Oh, I can make them rotate! Neat! Very cool. Alright, so let's
That feels like a puzzle.
Oh, yeah, it's so that maybe you can jump across some...
Yeah.
Look at that ramp. Look, suspiciously ramp-shaped ramp. I think this is just a toaster terminal, right? So how are we on the emergency message? 18 days. Alright, I want to ask. I forgot to ask you if you've heard that they've discovered 8 species of frogs and named them after Starfleet captains. What? I need to know everything about this. That sounds brilliant. So, what do you know about Garant's singularity in a box? Currently asking the collective consciousness. And?
Garant's. Multiple results available.
Oh, of course.
Garant's. Yes, she often came to explore the ruins. I have seen her many times with a blue-haired person.
No, but what were they doing there?
She asked me a few times about the location of receptacles. We talked for a bit. They had a big project.
What do you mean? Hang on a second, I'm opening this link. Oh my gosh. The frog species have been named after Kirk, Picard, Cisco, Janeway, Archer, Burnham, and Pike.
Yes.
You have to tell him.
Yes.
You have to tell him. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Oh, is it because of the... Woo! Do you think? Like the little bosun's whistle thing? This is so fantastic. The high-pitched calls of the frogs are said to sound like something a bird or an insect would make. The scientist says that the males might use them to communicate with females and tell them about their suitability for breeding, of course. That is so cool.
Given that there is an ongoing Lower Decks comic, I give it maybe 3 months before someone goes, "Well done, Captain. They might name a frog after you."
Yes, exactly. What do you mean?
She told me that in a few years I may meet her sister, Soj. Garant's hoped Soj would learn as much as she did exploring the ruins.
Garant. That's all? No available communication. That's it. That's all they knew.
You are walking a path that Garant's laid for you.
Yeah, that's what it's certainly implying at this point. Unfortunately, at this point, I think all we have left is des plots. I've already got the achievement called Completist, so I don't think there's any location on the map we haven't fully explored. I was going to say, maybe we should take a little ad break here pretty quick. No, we still got 10 minutes. Oh, and here's another article from NPR.
You, Wendy. And thank you,
Wendy. And thank you, Sudasa, for these. Yeah, you owe someone an email. That's so cool. Love it. Star Trek space frogs. Space frogs! Love space frogs. But no, I think it may be time for the final plot. I'm very sad. We've rescued every consciousness. We've turned on every radio. We've climbed every mountain. Okay, there we go. A movie that insists upon itself. Da-da-da-da. And I think that may be it. Sad as that might be. Might be time to go back. Okay. All right. Back we go then. So the question is, do we want to go back the easy way, or do we want to try and get the vehicle stuck and be teleported back? And let's take our time. Let's enjoy the environment. Oh, well, you've retracted my zip line. Good thing I don't have any knees! Okay. There we go. Well, I doubt this is our last drive, but here we go. Go by the refuge. Go around by the caravan. We'll go through the valley and go around that way. How about that? Forward every street. Ooh wee! That was fun. I smacked into a big rock and found and may have gotten stuck. There we go. All right. Bit more cheese. I watched a Wallace and Gromit cartoon last week with Alistair.
Cracking cheese, Gromit.
Oh, so bizarre. Let's go by the frogs. Let's go see the frogs. I have a million components that I don't need anything to do with anymore. Almost as if I have obsessively collected things. Wensleydale's okay, but they keep trying to put weird flavors in it. The cheese I miss the most from the U.S., there are two. The first is freaking Monterey Jack. Miss Monterey Jack cheese like crazy. The second is a Havarti made with dill that is so good for snacking. It is the perfect snacky cheese, and it also is phenomenal on a tuna melt sandwich. A tuna melt with dill Havarti is so good.
You know, have a Havarti party.
It makes me sad that both original and Polish voices of Wallace passed away. Yes, you can have a Havarti party. You happy now with that bad pun? Oh, I was in the Lords of Fortune arena last night, and hearing them, everybody give a holla for Bellara was hilarious. And she puts the feral in Ferelden for Harding, made me so happy. And I just love Isabella as
isn't there some
ring hype man.
About describing Harding as the tiny titaness or something?
Yeah, the tiny titan. I mean, Mexican cheese is just cheddar with jalapenos in it. You know, I can duplicate that myself. Or it is in
this country.
Yeah, exactly. And there's the rain. The rain is going to be here all for the rest of the day and keep me from going on my walk without getting soggy. Oh, well. Oh, hi, Baba. How are we doing? Have you had a good old stare off into space? Are you going to lie down now and be chill because you've had a lot of food? Oh, yes, you're going to go up in your cube. Good boy.
Lad.
There he goes. I know. You can't get coteja here. You can have to use basically feta as a substitute, which is, it is what it is. Right. So since we are about to go do the plot, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a break just a little bit early because I'm out of coffee. And this is likely to be an uninterruptible sequence. Beep, beep, beep. See if I can park in the garage properly. I mean, I have my doubts, but I'll give it a try. Ah! Take that, Bainbridge Scullers! Alright. So, why don't we take our ad break just a few minutes early? So this is a lovely time for everyone to get up and have a stretch, or refill their beverage, or if you need to attend to a medication at this day, or you need a drink of water, or somebody in your house needs in or out, or all of that good stuff, or maybe you have glow-in-the-dark urine that you left in the other room. I don't know, Wendy. Things like this happen. We'll be back in a couple minutes, and then you're going to go see Flo today?
Prepare for emotional destruction. My understanding...
What is Flo?
Flo is the post-apocalyptic animals on a boat.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I think the trailer emotionally devastated me. I don't think I can handle it. And we still haven't seen Wild Robot either.
Nope.
And that's going to emotionally devastate me as well. We need to plan an emotional devastation weekend.
Rehydration, salt, ugly crying.
Yes, exactly. You know, just a good day when I need a good cathartic ugly cry. I think we'll back-to-back those and then come home and, you know, sink into a bath or something.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Don't worry, Wendy. That will occur.
Yeah, Alistair needs to send a message to someone about Star Trek Fund. Absolutely, we do. All right, why don't we have our little stretch break here, folks, and we'll be back in 3, 4, 5-ish minutes.
You wish toast?
I need some protein.
You wish protein toast? Like with peanut butter and shit?
If you would make me peanut butter, that'd be great.
Yeah, of course, I got you. I got you, fam.
Oh, well, yeah. Here. Don't stand the door. You can do that. Yeah. I told him, you know, put something inside that
You gave him a whole extra pouch, yeah?
well, look. Later on, I'll go. One, at least a bowl for sure. So, I'm trying to. I think you need to motivate him.
Especially if he's angry to the point of well-meaning but very definite to gray.
Right.
I'll bring you toast in this one.
Thank you. Into your oat milk while steaming it. Oh dear, how very rude. That's a good boy. Yeah. Want some chin scratchies? There we go. Yeah. You just take a little rest. Ugh. Ouch. Come here. So yes, as I mentioned, we hung up some art finally. We don't have a great deal of it, but then we went looking for a bit more, you know, as one does. And we have like 6 different things that either need frames repaired. Like I have a triptych, a set of 3 prints that go in the kitchen, which are Heterodyne Coffee Roasting Company from Girl Genius. And one of the panes of glass is broken. And then somebody's done I think it's Liedecker's study. I don't remember if I'm pronouncing that artist's names right. You know, Magnus went nuts for these and did a bunch of them. They did a study like that, which is Lucanus making coffee. Lucanus is the bisexual assassin disaster from Dragon Age Veilguard, and I really want to get that. And we have this other print in the kitchen that I love. It's from an old series of cookbooks called Thug Kitchen. And they did this great print, which is kind of pop art style with Leyendecker. Thank you very much, Specky. The print is like a video game controller and a slice of pizza and a sock on a countertop or something, and it says "Stay the fuck home," which I love. Stay the fuck home and cook is very much us. So that's up in the kitchen. And then one of the nicest prints we have is I did a Strange Worlds Lane Decker study, and it was very fun. Oh, nice! Well done. I think we're back from ad break. This artist does a lot of different art, but one of the things he does is he kind of recreates classic, like, giant landscape sorts of paintings, but he puts video game things in it. So the thing we have is this, like, is Aloy with a pack horse, going to, like, this abandoned Tallneck that's been turned into a retreat, like a house, a place where you live. It's very, very cool. And we have that nicely framed in the living room. And the other thing I have framed in the living room is my very old cloth map from Dragon Age, the original. And now I have the cloth map from Veilguard as well, which will also, I'm going to have them both reframed because this is just in a cheapy old IKEA thing. I'm going to have them both well framed and put up on the wall. And then someday, BioWare is going to give me a map in Mass Effect, and then I can add it to the collection, which would be nice, but they've never done it. They've never done a physical map for Mass Effect, which makes me sad. I want that precious. So yeah, just a few things here and a few things there. Alistair's got a couple. I've got a couple. The art room is going to be basically a gallery wall of all of my miscellaneous little stuff once it's all framed. But, we got rid of a bunch of old things that we'd been hauling around that we thought we might kind of want to maybe sort of have, but they were either the wrong size or they just didn't have as much meaning anymore. And so we got rid of them. And now we have space. I mean, we have a lot of walls. Ow! So we have more space for art, which is lovely. I'm going to wait for Alistair to get back making my toast before we go further. We have prints on, like, all of the walls in the living room, right? Yeah. Well, our living room big wall is kind of bifurcated. 1/3 of it is the chimney. And so there is one piece on the mantle. And then another third of it is the two bookcases. And then another section of it, these are not evenly spaced sections. The biggest section is where the console and the TV are. And I'm not putting any art on that wall for two reasons. One, someday we need to upgrade this TV to be bigger. And two, I like what we currently have, and I intend to keep, like, the lighting around the TV that blasts up onto the wall behind, onto the blank wall behind it, and, like, mimics the effects of the show, which I really like. So no art on that wall, but on top of the calyx that's turned on its side because it holds all of Alistair's DVDs, there's a lot of space on the top of it, and it's where the Lego lighthouse is going to go once it's assembled. We finally put up some of those narrow little picture shelves so we can put up pictures and move them around when we want to look at something different. I love art shelves. I think they're great. We used to have them in our joint office of the apartment, and I think we will have them again when we redo the office, because exactly as you say, Wendy, it's so nice to be able to layer a bunch of different stuff, and then we're talking about art shelves. It's really nice to be able to layer them and move them around or add things or move things without poking holes in the walls,
And also, as someone who has now found myself at the point where I have a non-zero amount of toys, an art shelf which would, display those it would be pretty nice. Although a lot of the Transformers aren't going to be sticking around.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You've been thinking about that ahead?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, Prime will stay, because freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Thank you.
And the 4 different versions of Cosmos, shut up, you shut up, I own will stay.
I said nothing.
I was talking about my brain. Swerve, my little guy, and a couple of the others. But there's some that I think, I say this out loud, there's like 2, but,
That's totally fine. But what...
I could never get rid of Retgar. He's Retgar.
Who's Retgar?
Well,
Okay. I love you very much. Oh, what's this? This is our main wall. Oh, I'm going to take a look real quick. Specky, thank you for the link. Yes. See, that's what I'm going to do in the art room. Is I'm going to do that kind of gallery approach of just all of it as I go, because I'm getting much better about the cross stitch pieces I want to keep, having them framed, and then I'll put them up as we go. And of course, in the foyer is our meme wall with our meme of the year, and we have the meme for this year. The art has been completed. We just have to go and have it printed and framed, and I'm doing that. Not this coming week, but the following week is the plan. Oh, there's more. And this is the other wall. Right? You got to do it. You got to surround yourself with the things that bring you joy. Where's Ducky when you need them? I have a recommendation for shenanigans. Throw it in the chat, Sodasa and Wendy. Maybe you could ping it in our Discord for us. We also have art above our desks in the craft room. Yeah, I think art shelves behind our desks on the other long wall in the office is eventually going to happen. It'll be a bit of a pain to get to them and rearrange them, but it won't happen terribly often, so. Well, I think those shelves like we had in the office, you know? All right, and thank you very much for the shenanigan recommendation. Art everywhere. Yes, precisely. Well, before we do this, one of the other smart things we did was we limited it to one group of things that we wanted to go through and then hang up. We didn't try to then go forward and tackle all of the outstanding piles of prints and things we should go through, because that becomes emotionally overwhelming and exhausting. So that will be like another day. I can schedule another weekend of, hey, let's go through some more art piles. Okay, that sounds good. Also, bonus pick of our TV setup now that got my Stitch controller and we got TV shelves to display some softies. Oh, see, figuring out where to put all the plushies, I haven't figured out yet. What do you mean by TV shelves? Is that like a shelf on the back, on the space between the television and the wall? That's a thing. I still think we're going to wind up doing some sort of like corner collection in the guest room with all the stuffies. Yeah. Yes, we have woken up several times to Blue Fox or Green Fox or the Shark or the Captain Lucas Squishmallow all being dragged upstairs. Yeah. They're little shelves that hook onto the top of the TV.
Could you drop us a link for that, please?
It sounds like dangerous knowledge, because they can hook onto the back of monitors as well. One of the scientists who discovered the frauds made a post about it. Oh, wonderful! Thank you so much for that. That would make a great shenanigan this week. All right, Rose. I'm ready. What about you? You will soon enter the storm, which will lead you to the end of the game. Make sure you finished everything you need to. No one has tasks for you.
I think it's time.
Let's go. Hey, Mick, how's it going?
Mick, how you been?
I think we're endgaming here. Rescue plan.
A mere 18 days after the distress call.
Alright. You okay?
Yeah, my iPad, despite being plugged in all night, hasn't charged.
My watch charged? No, it didn't. I'm on 10% battery on my watch. I think maybe the power got turned off.
I think it did. So let me just airplane mode this shit. There we go. I'll check my watch as well.
Oh yes. Hang on. Let us allow that. There we go. He's a little trans moth handmade by a Kiwi artist that Frankie's sister got him for his birthday. That's adorable. Yeah, we will have to put the watches on charge when we go back upstairs.
How can you tell how much charge you've got? Oh yeah.
Under 10%.
28%, and it was plugged in overnight. We lost power overnight.
Or the the plug for that is right up against the table, so sometimes when Bubby jumps on the table and bumps against it, it hits the switch.
We'll take a look.
Yeah, I need to get...
That might also explain why I had slightly elevated levels last night. Though if the power went out, maybe the machine went out briefly.
Well, if it went out so artistically that it didn't cause the lights. The clock on the oven to go off.
Good point, well made.
So it wasn't the whole house.
Exciting science deductions.
You became quite resourceful, Saj. It's a good thing.
She's the SandWitch, isn't she?
Right. She totally is.
Oh, Rose.
Saj, you fell for it. It's evil grandma.
Maybe not evil grandma. Anti-establishment fuck them cops grandma, which I'm very here for.
Oasis? Are we going to the Oasis? Let's see if the map shows us where we're headed. It does not.
Intriguing.
We're just driving out into the desert. This Tarrasque is a necessary evil.
Yeah.
I hope you realize that now.
Grandma said hey, cab.
It's a hard pill to swallow.
Granarchy. Love it.
Granarchy
well done.
Is brilliant. Wasn't Rose with us the last time we saw the SandWitch, or did she appear immediately after? She's appeared immediately after once, to my knowledge. But I have this horrible feeling that she's going to push a button and turn it off. Then again, at the same time, if the Tarrasque the Storm exists to keep the evil corpos away, and Garance fell into it fucking 3 weeks ago, and Granny has the turn off storm button, why didn't she just go, oh, let me go get you out of there? You know? I'm waiting for true motivations to be revealed here. I hope Nelf was able to reach safety. Where are we going? This is going to be that big gigantic elevator we saw earlier, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
she's
well,
not the witch.
Grandma's not the witch! Stop! Excuse me a second, I'm going to eat my piece of toast.
Stop! I must finish my toast.
Right? Hold up.
There's a character who shows up again at the top of the second season of The Mandalorian, and it's the Mandalorian that Katie Sackhoff plays, and her first scene in the second season is incredible. She's just in this huge castle, slouched across a throne. And
she's freaking posed. She saw him landing, ran in there.
There's this amazing TikTok someone did, cutting the kind of shot of him coming in with her in a hoodie and pants and Doritos, just going, fuck, and kind of frantically running off shot and pulling her armor on, and then arranging herself. And I saw this because back when Twitter was Twitter and Twitter was good, Katie Sackhoff reposted it with, this is exactly what happened.
I love this. This is brilliant. All right, hang on. I'm gonna eat my toast.
I just love the image of the witch girl. Give me a minute.
Give me a second. Okay. Stop! You! I'm gonna run you over. The witch! We're here to stop Nelf, not to help them. Let's go! Rose, you haven't changed a bit. I trust you, but going within the storm will put your life in danger. Wait, do I know you? Now, let's stop talking. Hurry! I'm sorry, are you helping us now?
Oh shit. You have very good X-Men 97 Storm voice, by the way.
Oh, that's very kind of you to say. So are we in... Is this the underground tunnel leading under the desert to the storm?
Yes. Everything's complete.
Listen to the music. All I have left is the emergency message now. No
Let's go.
map. It's okay, Bubby.
Ooh.
It's the collapse part. Be careful. I'll do my best. This music is awesome. You hear it?
Oh, yeah.
I know you want me to go that way, but I want to go this way. Back up over here. Am I allowed out of the vehicle? No.
No.
It just goes in a big loop. I think that... Marguerite, I do not think there are couch cushions here. I think it just led me in a big circle. Yeah, literally. Like, they're like, we're not even gonna draw the world out here. Alright. I'm impressed you didn't turn around immediately. That would have been my first instinct. I almost backed up. Yes. I'm like, what's behind us? Right? Okay. Alright, fine.
Back it up.
Fine, we'll follow the plot. You don't understand. I missed one treasure chest in one area in the Veilguard that's unlocked, that's locked to me now, and it haunts me. I'm already thinking about a complete and total replay just to get that one chest. Wasn't even an important armor upgrade, but still. Okay, I went on the detour, and the detour drove me in a giant circle, so I guess I'll keep going. These are more of these, like, cargo module-y things. I do like the music. I mean, but why don't you just take a little, see, just a little detour. It wasn't much. We just went in a little circle. It was fine. Ooh, what's over here? What's up here? If only I could have prevented all of this 6 years ago. There's still time to make things change. Just let me go on a detour real quick. Let's see, there's a grate. Can I get up there? What's up here? Nothing. Marguerite, pay attention to the plot. No! No, you can't make me!
Cowards!
You can't make me! There's a light with a door. That seems to be where we're headed. Is that it? That's all I get? No, I'm gonna go explore some more. You can't make me. Nee. Could be a different door. There's not a different door. Alright, fine. No, I want to drive over this giant blade thing. Oops. Come on. There we go. You did it. Alright. I have now satisfied my need to go on tangents. Well, this is all it gave me. So, you know, I took what I could get. It is a neat looking storm, though. Alright, I think I have to hack this. Oh, I didn't ping! There could be stuff in here! Oh, look at the neat ray trace of it. That's a rampy looking thing. What's up the rampy looking thing? Shut up! Shut up, shut up, shut up! You knew this! When you signed up! This is what you get! There's a rampy looking thing!
I'm going up the fucking rampy looking thing!
Ow! Okay, I'm not allowed over the top of the rampy looking thing. But now we have to go back and check if there's, like, hidden stuff. Wendy howling at, oh, I didn't ping! I mean, there could be stuff that I can't get because it won't let me out of the vehicle, but still. There we go. Alright, there's not. See, Wendy, this is why I want to play. This is why I want to play Soul Reaver next, because there's so many little tangenty, findy things, if I remember correctly, so I can, like, explore all the various corners and things. Oh, what's this? It's a glitch. Fooey on you. Alright, fine. Fine, we'll go do the boring plot and hack the thing like we're supposed to. There. Is everybody happy? I hacked the thing I'm supposed to hack. Now we can drive in and get out of the storm. It'll be all boring again. Yay! It's not boring again! Woohoo! Ooh, wow. Look at this big, gigantic facility. There's a lot of stuff in here. You know, there's a lot of stuff, but I don't get to, like, climb on any of it. Bobby's like, whatever, I have a full stomach, I'm going to sleep. I'm like, yes, child! Yes, please do! Alright. What's that? Seeming. Okay. There's another door. We don't want that. What fun would that be? It's over here. Ooh, it's a plant! Okay. The plant's not doing anything for me. So. I do like that they actually followed through on the whole, well, because you've upgraded the vehicle, now you can get into here because you can hack it. See, that light is still on. But it was just what led us through that gate over there. What's this? That looks like a rampy thing. Can I get up on the rampy thing? I am very disappointed by how many things that looked like ramps weren't actually used for jumping purposes. It'll be safer in this building. The whole van is shaking. Well, you know, okay. Now we have to blow the bloody doors off. Alright. Okay, so it's a little less windy in here. Ooh, what's that? What? A spaceship? Is this Garanz's crashed pod? Oop.
Yep.
I bet this is Garanz's. I can't believe it. Garanz? I recognized it. Garanz's spaceship. It's impossible. Maybe there's something inside I can find.
No.
Now, I reached the core.
Sorry.
I reached the core of the machine. Rose, be careful, Saj. I'll do my best. You. Whee! But I finally understood what happened. It wasn't an accident. Someone sabotaged it. The witches wanted to protect Sigalo. We can't shift the balance. If the storm stops, the consortium will come back. I don't know if I'll make it out of here alive. I'm sorry to have put myself in this situation without telling anyone, but please, know I truly love you. Take care of Saj. Ah! I can't believe it. You didn't leave me anything shiny? Was that you laughing at me?
Emotional message. Where are my fucking red components?
So she left a recording, but look.
There's a trail going on past the ship.
There's a road that continues. I'm not gonna talk to Rose just yet. They've given me free will! It's too risky to leave on foot. Gosh dang it.
Yeah, me too.
Alright. Go back to the car, you fool!
Yeah, that is the game yelling, get the Eva, Shinji!
There's a corner over here. It could have stuff in it. I'ma look. There's no stuff. Boo! What about this side? This side could have stuff in it. Boo! No stuff. I'm a very thorough explorer. Caravan was the van all along.
Huge
if true.
Huge emotional beat. Like, the mystery deepens. You run around turning over couch cushions. I love this.
I am literally taking so many screenshots of the couch cushions in Veilguard because I want to make them. Oh, darling. Everything was true. The witch, she killed Garance. I'm sorry. Why? Why would you do something like that? I'm gonna find them. Saj, I wish things were different. Come with me. Let's take the van and show those damn witches what we can do. The van's almost out of order. Van's almost broke. We're almost out of fuel. You've been driving around for 20 hours of game time without a single refill. We're almost out of gas. What? The magnetic storm is too strong. Does that mean we're stuck here? We have to go back. We can't leave Nelf like this. Oh, God.
Here we go.
Is it Nelf?
It's going to be Nelf, or it's going to be Garant.
Or none of the above.
Or neither of them. Kia.
I can help you. You! So that's what you look like behind your mask. You're... Kia? Is that you? I thought you died during the incident. We'll talk about it later, Rose. We have to get inside out of the storm. Let me drive. I've driven my fair share of XXR vans in my youth. We're almost there. Rose! You can do it! Huh? You can do what?
Where the fuck are we?
What just happened? Why? I think I won't be able to go further. Rose? Listen to me, Saj. We don't have much time. What do you want from me, huh? All of this is your fault. The incident, Sagala, my sister. I tried everything I could to save her. When I reached her spaceship, she was already very weak. I tried to transfer her with the Tarask receptacle, but it was already too late. I'm sorry, Saj. You! All I ever said to you was just in order to make you leave, to dissuade you from coming here. I've dedicated my life as a new random character I've never heard of before to protecting Sagala and the secret of the Tarask. How can I trust you after everything you've done? Everything's true. Kia was a Tarask engineer, just like me. We met there, actually. We were close. I thought I'd lost you in the incident, Kia. How could you do that to me? We could have grown old together. Aww. I knew you would have tried to stop me, Rose. I hope you'll be able to understand my decision. And we have another problem. Nelf is trying to stop the Tarask, but they don't have all the permissions, They're so clever that they're going to try to cause a failure by overloading the machine. But the Tarask is so old and out of control. I strive to restore all those signal jammers, hoping for them to take over our task. Wait, you're doing all of this alone? Where are the others? There used to be dozens of us who were doing the sabotage. But they died, one after another. I'm the last witch standing. I'm the only one who has the self-destruction codes. And without them, Nelf could devastate the whole region. Including the village? Everything. Take this card, Saj. And I'll go find Nelf. Fix the van in the meantime. Come back quickly, and in one piece. We will have to get ready with the Renatos, the village, the robots, and all the Omads on the planet. When the consortium comes back, we'll have to face them. And if you really care about Sigalo, you'll become the first of a new generation of SandWitches. The self-destruction card. A card that can start the self-destruction of the Trask, to be used only in case of high emergency, as opposed to low emergency. I think Rose is just like, I'm done. I'm not going any further. I'm done.
I'm going to say it for a bit.
My leg. My spontaneously damaged leg.
My spontaneous leg injury.
Hold on, let me help you. No. Fix the van. Let's get out of here. I've had enough of this bullshit. Where am I? What is happening? This is such a turn. Why am I on foot again?
I am trying to...
Ooh, it's over here. Okay.
I'm trying to get clear in my head why Nelf overloading the machine is bad, but us blowing up the machine is good.
I don't know!
I think it's... If Nelf overloads it, it will devastate the power grid for the entire region and basically kill people, whereas if we just blow up the machine, it'll just turn the storm off.
There's nothing to do here. Don't tell me what to do!
And the reason why the witches haven't bothered turning the storm off is the storm is the only thing keeping the corporation away from here.
Right.
So
it's just gonna make you... Well, if there's nothing to do here, where am I supposed to go?
I don't think it's quite that. I think I know this was a French language game, and I suspect some of this hasn't quite survived translation.
There's nothing to do here. Well, why am I here? I am very confused about where it is I'm supposed... Oh,
I'm guessing up the enormous path on the side of the hill, but that's just a guess.
But it told me... Anyway. I went this way! Anyway. Yeah, I see a light up there. It does kind of imply this is where we came from, but it's not stopping me from going all of that for some solar panels. Apparently not, Wendy. Oh, the tunnel's where we came from. I'm following. Oh my gosh, it's a giant wind turbine.
Found the Tarask.
It's like it's a giant heat create. What does it do? It creates the storm?
Yeah. There's a light the Frankenstein place, exactly.
Very much so. What am I doing with these hundreds of extra components that I don't need now? It's huge. Is that a fucking nomad tent?
Yep.
Are you kidding me? What's over here? It's a giant rock. Oh! Dare you? What's up here? Giant. No! Is it curry? If it's curry...
It's fucking curry, man, I'll bet you.
Or it's somebody's tried to make a camp here. It's crazy that these people lived in the heart of the Trask all this time. Oh, it's the witches. That's what it's implying. Yes. Lots of elderly gay disasters. But look at the beautiful flowers. And he's the oldest and most disastrous. Oh, a memorial site? Their graves. Oh.
Oh, that's Garance's.
To the brave pilot with a tragic fate. That's her. Grant. I feel so bad. You didn't deserve this. Look at the fireflies. Not you. I wish I could stay longer. Oh, nice. It's one of the little pan-outs. And it's good timing because we've got to run another ad break. Are those flowers what Garance is named after? Quite possibly. Maybe. I really like the fireflies as well. Folks, I'm going to leave it here to just kind of circle and pan, and we're going to take an ad break. This is the halfway mark. So if you haven't had a wiggle, if you didn't take a stretch last break, now's a good time to get up and do so. We are literally sitting outside the end game. So go ahead and take yourself a stretch. I'm going to finish my last 2 bites of toast. Hope Alistair's made more coffee, and we'll be right back.
He might have. He could now.
He could psychically intuit that I need more coffee. He's going to do that right now. Routinely miserable as opposed to vaguely poppy shaped, yeah. It's just routinely miserable outside as opposed to, overwhelmingly miserable. I think it's supposed to be like this all day, which is going to make it very challenging to go for a walk. I had to look up what kind of plant Garance even translates to, and the only thing it has in common with it is red petals. Okay. Alice is just putting on another pot of coffee. One day I must work out what to do with these 282,000 channel points. We should make some sort of, like, I wonder if we could find a way to, like, turn on the tangent alarm for channel points. We'll have to explore that, Wendy. Hang on to that idea. Well, that game sure has led us by the nose for 18 in-game days with the hope that she could somehow be saved and then went for the gut punch, right? I do like that it's giving you more perspective on the fact that there are other memorials here. So now we gotta try and stop Nelf from doing something that's not gonna ultimately have any impact, right? So there's a big storm in the middle of the planet that we all avoid because it keeps the evil corpos away. I think I would take that bargain pretty much any day. Ozzy just said, well, that game sure led us by the nose for 18 game days with hope that she could be saved and then went for the gut punch. It's very French, I find. No. No saving for you. Life is bad. Okay. But we enjoy the tapenade and the bread on the way. Right? Life is short. Enjoy good food. I'll take that lesson. Right. And driving a car and playing the guitar with your buddies.
And running errands.
And gay disaster dads.
Yes.
Oh, look at him being all sweet. Alright, well, if I could wait here longer, I would. No saving for you.
Life is short. Enjoy good food.
Lights a cigarette. And ancient triangular sandwiches. Yeah, let's look at these other memorials as well. To all my witches who fell one by one. To all Renatos, robots, and human beings who suffered from the greed of the stockholders. Shareholders, but that's okay. Rants. I have to stop Nelf. Hey Nelf! Stop! I'm almost there. I hope Nelf is here. The world's slowest elevator.
I do love big science fiction elevators, though. One of the reasons I like Alien Romulus, it has such a good big science fiction elevator sequence.
Right. Now we're fighting for Nelf to not become another gravestone. Exactly. Or more importantly, to slag the planet. To do something that's just going to make the corporation come back. That looks like something that... That looks like a loading tube.
This feels gunny.
Cathedral-esque.
KB, how we doing?
Look at that. It's like a rocket.
It basically is. It's a mass driver. It's firing cargo bullets into space.
Look at that ladder. Wow. I think this is the right way. It's the only way I can go, so that makes that easy. That's a nice view. Look at that. There's a receptacle. There's... Zosh?
Zosh?
You're alive!
How did you get here? The receptacles are disconnected.
Rose is waiting with the van outside. We drove through the storm to come find you. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear it, KP.
I'm really sorry, KP. I hope it clears right up.
Lol, a friend who watched Sonic 3 compared Sonic's backstory in the first movie to Superman. I told him you spell Moses funny.
That's accurate every single way, yes.
Oh my god.
But it's really dangerous.
You're the one in danger here. You want to stop the Tarask. It's going to... But it's what's keeping Sigalo safe from the evil Corpos. The consortium would just devastate the planet even more if you turn it off. We need to protect the balance. Garance died to protect the balance.
The Tarask is about to break down.
And Garance is dead.
You're just gonna drop that in there, huh?
The witch gave me the self-destruction card. She was right.
The witch doesn't know everything. Garance is here.
What? Her grave is right outside!
I found the source of the distress signal. It came from this receptacle.
So you're telling me when Kia tried to make the transfer...
She probably tried to save her as she was wounded, but only one part of her got transferred.
Which part? Wait a minute. Am I going to put my sister in the singularity?
Yeah.
I stand by my previous improvisation.
Which part?
What does that mean?
I don't know. I need time to figure it out. I realized that only after triggering the overload. There's no way to stop it now, because I'm an idiot. I just wanted to make my dream come true.
You can't even stop it with the self-destruction card?
Everything would just blow up if we used it. The receptacle and Garance if she's still inside. We have to make a decision. It's either we trigger the self-destruction now, or we leave with the van.
But we'll never know what was left of Garance, if anything.
Or we tried to transfer ourselves by attempting to reconnect the receptacle.
But we might never get out of this machine alive. We have to start the self-destruct sequence, even if it means we'll die here. I don't agree. I just want to shut off the self-destruct sequence. I want the storm to stay. Otherwise, the village, the Renatos, the robots, the nomads, everybody's going to have the same fate.
I'll try to give us some time. Think about what you want to do and make it quick.
I'm sorry, what? Are you buying me a touching moment to say goodbye to what's left of my sister's consciousness? Is that what's happening here? I don't want to push any buttons now because I don't know what to do. Well, let's try going in the receptacle and see what happens, because time works funny there, right? Look what's in the payload. It's a bunch of
It's passengers. It's a passenger bullet.
It's a passenger bullet. Okay. Enter the Tarask receptacle. Nelf will need time in order to calibrate it, and it will be too late to get back to the van. Cancel. Start the self-destruction of the Tarask. You will be able to control the implosion and to run away safely. Oh gosh. Help!
Working on it. Working on it.
So my choices are try to go after my sister and let this... So the storm is collapsing one way or another.
Yeah.
Is what's happening. I can either choose whether it wipes out all life on the planet or not. That seems a pretty big no-brainer for me.
Okay. I don't have a specific breakdown. I do have a subreddit. Obviously, spoilers.
Take your headset off so you can talk just to me for a second. Alright, so it seems like... So hang on, let me read this again. It will be too late to get back to the van. Which means we're all gonna die. Start the self-destruction of the Trask. You will be able to control the implosion and run away safe. I don't want the giraffes to blow up! This is a kind of shit choice!
It's a rough ending.
Alright, what are we thinking, folks? Are we gonna try to have one more moment with the sister, knowing that if we come back, we're gonna come back digitally? And knowing that the people that this explosion is gonna be uncontrolled? I'm kind of feeling like we have to control the explosion to prevent all life on this planet from dying.
Well, yeah.
I think the terrace is going to blow up no matter what because Nelf has already sabotaged it, right? So the idea is that we set up a targeted self-destruction.
The basically come out with the grass in on it, but it doesn't cause the backlash that wipes out everybody, so everyone is still alive. Oh, the corporation is probably coming back, but everyone is now united.
Yeah, only bad choices welcome to life. Oof. I'm thinking that self-destruction is the best way to do it at this point. Yeah, the question seems to be whether we escape. Well, whether we escape and or whether we get a chance to actually see our sister. Okay. All popular media has taught me that the failure to accept and find closure with death leads to more problems than were ever caused in life. Pick a story, that's what it's about. If you want to talk to Grant, then we won't escape, exactly. I think we have to do the self-destruction so we can unite the planet and resist the corpos who are going to try and come back for us. Child, what are you doing? Look at, what? You know how cats do that thing where they like pull stuff on their front paws while they're on their side? He's doing that in donuts inside his little cube bed. He's going in circles inside the cube bed. It's very, very cute. Okay. Yeah. I agree with you. I'd try finding Garance, Ozzy says.
You also may be able to play through both endings.
How?
I don't know, but someone said they played through both endings. They didn't.
Do we have a save option? It doesn't look like it. Game. Nope. You can if you like, Wendy, that's fine. If I was in this position, the idea of minimizing damage to the planet that's now going to have to unify and hold off a corpo invasion is the decision I would pick over, well, let's calibrate this and see if maybe I can get a chance to see my sister or something else. Because the thing that we wanted to prevent is too late. He's already flipped the switch. This thing is gonna go up. So it's just a matter of if we control how it goes up, or if we, like, get one last shot at something.
Yeah. So basically, what do we want to do?
I feel like we have to just kind of try and control the explosion and live.
I do too.
Okay. We're gonna go with this one. We're gonna go with trying to we're gonna trigger the self-destruction and get out of here. Even though it's the thing we didn't want to do. And that's why I'm hesitating. This is the thing we didn't want to do. We didn't want to shut down the Tarrasque. And it feels kind of a little selfish, like all we're doing is trying to survive. Whereas this was our attempt at what we wanted to do. But I don't think this attempt is going to reverse the damage he's already done.
Okay, the principle we need to state, which unfortunately the game hasn't done a tremendously good job of, is the storm is going away. What this comes down to is whether or not we want... The storm is going away and the corporation is returning. What this comes down to is whether or not we want closure with our dead sister we've spent 18 hours not quite rescuing, potentially living on ourselves as a digital life form, and trusting that everyone who is left will be able to stand up to the corporation. I can't do it.
That's just like getting mine and leaving an entire planet to... Hey, let me talk to him again. Does he say something else? Insert the card right now if you want us to leave. Otherwise, turn on the receptacle if you want to try to transfer. I'm thinking! No, I want you to suffer the consequences and have to atone for your actions and unite with a planet that's going to have to deal with your consequences.
Your girlfriend's dead, Nelf.
Here we go. We're going to start the self-destruction because we can't not undestruct it. Safe and sound. Let's go. Time is running out.
You're right.
Okay.
If only...
No, stop it.
Sorry, I should have listened to
you. Yes, and if you had listened to me...
Yeah, you should have, asshole. It was pointless to try so hard to destroy the Tarrasque. It was about to implode anyway.
We've got to help Kia protect the planet together. We'll find another way to keep the consortium away. But you need to come with me now. Please.
Seems like Garance's consciousness got corrupted in the receptacle. I'm certain of that now. She's not with us anymore. Let's go. Even if the consortium notices it, the explosion won't reach Estella.
Right? He just turns around and says, oh, well, I guess she wasn't really in there anyway.
I guess you're right all along. The explosion apparently won't reach the courtyard.
And we have time to... I just... The ending is not working for me.
There is a lot of discussion in fan communities about...
the like... French music rolling over the top of this is hilarious.
There's a lot of discussion in fan communities about Nelf's gender. I see them referred to as they, as he, and as she.
That's it? That's the whole ending? I don't like this ending at all.
So we survive, but also...
Let's see with the post-credits. You're the bestest part of this game. Wow. Okay, well... So that's Nelf and Grant's, I think.
We're in that shot too.
Hyla! Hyla, you are the greatest. These little postcards are adorable. Right? Oh! That is very
Okay,
sweet.
so we're actually getting confirmation that the village isn't wiped out. That's just the scoop where the Tarask used to be. That's good.
With the Tarask generator.
Weird.
Hashtag. That's everybody waving goodbye to the nomads.
Okay, that's adorable as shit.
She's growing up on a bike! Cheese!
That's a couple of years later and they're still in the village, which suggests the Corpos haven't come back yet.
Oh, look at how beat up the van is. Obviously, we've made friends.
And qualified as a pilot.
It looks like.
And it suggested we fixed up that ship.
And we went somewhere in space. Oh god, the hell of there being 2 Bastion Gs in the playtest group.
Good grief.
2 GIs! You have to go to the 3rd letter. Eek.
Missy the Achievement Huntress is a spectacular name for a beta tester.
Alright, hang on. I'm gonna try something. It may let me continue and try to the other ending. Hold on. Let's see what it gives us, folks.
Right. We think it might be.
It might just have been, Ozzy. Let's cross our fingers. I can redo the ending. I can go back 2 rows. Okay, let's speed run this.
I think we can do this in the time we got.
Where do I have to go? And I have to go and talk to her, right? In the cave? In the garage?
Yeah.
Alright, I will speed run through it. I will not go on any tangents. I hope you're all helping. Alright, let's go.
I'm ready. What about you? Get in the van! Get in the fucking van!
Yeah, so the whole final chapter can be redone. Let's speed run this. But can I get up 2 more curtain brackets? Start the clock. Go, Herbin, go! Don't talk to me, Rose. I'm speed running.
No talk me, I Angie.
No talk me, I confused. No last minute shiny tangents, nothing.
Marguerite, I won't go off on the intention. Ooh!
Wendy, I am trying to put aside my better nature in pursuit of this goal. And then after this, I'm gonna go play Dragon Age and go look for all the shinies. I don't know if we're gonna be able to go for a walk today. Wendy, we believe in you!
It is looking a scotch unlikely, isn't it?
It is in fact looking unlikely. That ending was crap! Let's see what the other one was. I do like how the endings seem to have been, corpo or not, appreciate the personal achievements, right?
The kid was on a bike. That's at minimum 2 years.
Right.
We know the corporation are active in system. I think in this one specific instance, Nelf's right. The explosion's too small. They don't see it. Or there's no point in them coming back to the planet. Those postcards imply with that one of you up on the space station, with what looks like 4 or 5 villages behind you, is you open some kind of trade agreement with the corporation to look after what's left on the planet and basically be left alone.
I certainly love that interpretation. Okay, I'm skipping through all of this dialogue because we've seen this.
I was going to say you can skip cinematics, I think.
Oh. Yes, Wendy, because I know where I'm going, and I have thoroughly explored, and I understand that there are no interesting detours to be had.
I understand the terrain this time.
Right? Totally understand the terrain this time. I also hate it when last minute reveal. I mean, last minute reveal on a character is important. I understand that, but it's like there was no even.
If there had been a line of dialogue
foreshadowing about other survivors,
or if there'd been a line of dialogue from Rose about how she lost, there may have been about how she lost someone in the accident.
But we've been playing this game for so long. If so, I don't remember.
Or if there was a photo of Rose with her wife in her house.
Right, something like that.
You're doing so well, by the way.
Speed running?
Yep.
You're welcome. You're all welcome. I really like this machine. It looks cool.
I have a vague
memory of it. I know she talked about losing colleagues, but that's all I remember. "13-minute warning," right? I'm doing my best. I can do it.
I like your chances, man. I really do.
I totally think we can do this. It doesn't seem to let me skip through this.
It's a big area. I'm guessing this is a very pretty loading screen.
Yes, I think this is a well-designed loading screen.
Never forgotten someone when No Man's Sky first came out talking about how it weirded them out a little bit that it was praised for the fact that there were no loading screens. And they said, yeah, I love it. It's a brilliant game, but what do you think making atmospheric entry is? It's the loading screen you play.
Yeah, exactly. No, it doesn't even let me jump. They're like, no, wait!
We worked really hard on the missile silo. You're gonna fucking look at the missile silo.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be going for a walk, honey.
I think it's unlikely.
Boo! Didn't communicate something enough. I find that it's the biggest problem in fiction. What, loading screens?
You have to say stuff 3 times.
Yeah. Alright, let's see about this corrupted consciousness, shall we?
I've never forgotten a friend of ours who had a very successful crowdfunding campaign about 8-9 years ago now. And she talked about it 3 to 5 times a day on every social media, because this was back when there was more than one that wasn't filled with fascists. And the first thing that happened when the campaign closed was a family member contacted her and said, oh, I didn't know you were raising money for this.
Alright, let's see what happens here. The source of the signal. What? Oh, that's what she's, sorry. It's...
Garance, is that you?
Sash! Nelf! I'm sorry. I should never have sent the distress signal. But the Tarrasque will break soon, and it was my last chance to see you before disappearing for real. It's all my fault. It really is you.
I can't believe it.
You have to listen to me. I'm not the real Garance. I'm just a partial copy who got corrupted over time. I don't have a body anymore. I don't even have a memory. But that's impossible. We went through so much to find you. There's only one thing I do remember, that I love you both. And I've missed you so much.
Garance.
But you have to go. There is no exit in this simulation. The magnetic field disconnected all the relays. But there's no time to waste. The Tarrasque is overloading. There's only one way out of here. Get in the cargo capsule in the middle of the Tarrasque. I can trigger one last launch to the Helios project. There's a compartment for passengers and some supplies, and we can't leave you here. Not after everything we've done. Saj, I'm not even real anymore. I barely remember what the desert wind feels like. You have to get out. You have to protect this planet from the consortium when the Tarrasque is destroyed. The only way to achieve it is by having everybody join forces. Individual actions never last.
Go ahead, Soj. I'll join you.
Goodbye, Garance. I'm going to miss you. Now, this is closure. This is definitely the closure option. You coming? Yeah, I'm sure the two of them have something to say to each other. It feels like it was just a dream. I have to start the self-destruction sequence before getting in the capsule, so you can do both!
Let's find out.
You can do both! Fucking hell!
Doing great on time.
But if you do both, it means you don't go back to the planet. It means you go out the other way. They're sure taking their time. I'm going to get everything ready for the launch in the meantime. Yeah, he's not coming back.
Of course he's not coming back.
What are they doing? Come on, we have to go! They're adding a line to the... Yes, exactly. Take that, sensors.
Sorry, Soj?
Nelf, hurry up!
I'm sorry. Can't lose Garance again. I hope you'll understand. Take care of yourself, the village of Sigalo. With the settings I've made, the Tarask's destruction shouldn't reach Estella. You'll be launched into space straight towards Helios, so buckle up. Consortium systems will probably detect it, and they will know that something has happened to you. Once you're in orbit, you'll be able to ask Basile to come pick you up.
Who's Basile?
He was the bus driver when we first arrived.
No!
Goodbye.
Coward. Disaster Gaze the game. It is. So they get away. Nilf stays.
Yeah.
The explosion.
Fired out.
I get fired out. And then it explodes. So the only difference is where I wind up and whether or not Nelf comes back. Like the other endings. Let's see what the postcards are, right? Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Look! Pussy Shark! And whether the corporation notices, right? Also, I would like my kudos for the speedrun now. Thank you. Thank you. I love him.
The giant badass frog.
I can't remember his name. It was like Babam or something. I never remember.
The one is just like, well, I can actually decide to not die, and I'll just become the central node of our collective intelligence.
Right. The music's different.
Yeah, it is.
That postcard.
Same first postcard.
So that's got to be a historic one then. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just a drawing.
So the postcards are going to be the same all the way along.
I think so.
Nelf
was in the previous
yeah.
postcard, yes.
Hyla was so cool. I love Hyla.
I adore Hyla. Yeah. I think the first postcard is a historic.
Yeah, and the context just shifts on if you do the first ending, then it's Nelf leaves, and I think there is a lady with that hair who isn't Garant. And if you do the closure ending, Nelf's digital somewhere, so it doesn't count. Yep, the postcards are all the same.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Postcards are nice. I do love how fashion forward the robots are.
I fucking love the robots. So the question of the Corpo coming back doesn't get answered.
Well,
it's implied. No,
it's really interesting because you get.
That's one of the things I don't like. Is I don't like when a game sets it up for you to make these decisions that have these impacts on people's lives, and then you don't see whether or not that impact becomes true.
But the interesting thing about it is...
okay,
yeah.
That's different.
The interesting thing about it, though, with the corporation, unless we're about to get another one, is it actually puts the onus shifts depending on your choices if you're given basically the same visual information. What seems most likely is that...
But nope, there I am getting my pilot's license with my adorable rainbow ribbon.
Yep. What seems most likely with that first ending is the corporation doesn't notice and you establish like a free state, basically.
Right.
Yeah, you're exactly. That's what we get into the social elf photo.
Yeah.
Whereas with the second ending,
it's unclear.
It's unclear.
Missy the Achievement Huntress. Hush now. Achievement Huntress may need to go on my list of nicknames. Couch cushions!
Couch cushion Bane.
Bane of couch cushions.
That's
Flipper of couch cushions.
That's the first time I've ever seen a game that stumbles the step before the last step.
Yeah.
And the last step kind of comes back for it, you know?
Oh gosh, the ad is running. I'm so sorry. I missed the snooze on that. Let's give it a moment, and then we'll come back and say goodbye for sure. I'm really sorry. I thought I was going to snooze the ads in time, but they snuck up on me. It's a better ending, but it still doesn't address the big question, which was what the game does is it changes the end state victory condition.
Yeah.
The entire condition throughout the entire game was, what is the Tarask? Is it useful? Do we turn it off? How do I get through it? Et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a non-issue at the end of, it's going away. You don't have a choice about whether or not it's going away. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate it. The Tarask is going away. You don't get a choice about what it's going away. But what you do get is what is presented as a binary option and is actually a linear question of, do you say, where do you wind up and what happens with Nelf?
It does feel like a translation issue. It feels like there's a level of nuance that hasn't been carried across quite, because you're right, and I really respect that it takes these really big swings right at the very end, but it doesn't. It lands, but it stumbles, I think is how I would describe it.
Yeah, translation might be a part of it, or I feel like the fact that you get to the end and Nelf has made this decision and the Tarask is going away one way or another is almost glossed over.
It is. It absolutely is.
And there's this hard right turn into what is presented as the final binary choice.
One of the things that I've been kind of thinking a lot about recently is the way that a lot of creative decisions in fandom are discussed with language which is cruel. Well, the writers didn't know what they were fucking doing. Obviously, they hired people who didn't care. All this kind of shit. And that's one of the many hills I choose to die on, because that's bullshit. But the one single one of those criticisms that I think is completely legit is one which this embodies, which is a lot of the time I find a project will come out and it will be good and it will work all the way along until you get to one point and it feels like one more draft would fix it.
Or even that attempting to use shorthand or abbreviations is not communicating or conveying the sentiment of the decision being made. I have this problem in Dragon Age all the time, where the sample dialogue it gives you as an option to make a choice doesn't actually reflect the sentiment of what's being communicated in a way where I feel like, well, that's not what I meant, even though that's what I would have said.
There's a thing that I was taught to do by a bunch of people. One of them is you, which is, if you possibly can, anytime you're building a project like this, get to the point where it's done and then put it in a drawer for a week. And don't look at it or think about it and then come back to it. Because when you do that, you'll see what's there, not what you think is there.
Yeah, that's the hope, right? Is that
it's like
what you have in your head behind that 2 lines of dialogue may not have conveyed itself in what is actually on the page.
It's
like, why writing is so hard. Is you're trying to take a
writing
perfect
is the
story.
saddest, hardest thing in the world. Writing is correct.
Saddest, hardest thing in the world. I don't think I haven't thought about putting that on the meme wall. Transposing not just the dialogue and the words and the actions, but all of the meaning and the layer and the connection and the conveyance, the point behind it. Getting that out of your synapses and into a physical form, whatever that physical form may be.
Almost impossible.
It's freaking difficult. It's one of the most difficult things in the world.
My dad, when he was a teacher,
and then there's that thing about subtlety versus clear communication. Exactly. Some people find clear communication emotionally devoid.
My dad, when he was a teacher, literally had one weird trick, which he found very early on in his career. And it was the thing which made being a teacher hard, not impossible. And it was every time he had a one-to-one tutorial with a kid, he would have them read their work aloud.
Yeah.
And he said it never, ever failed. He's fucking done it to me my entire life.
It's my number one tip when it comes to, if you want to learn how to write for audio, you must read your words aloud into your ears. And Herman raises another real good point. And then there's the question of whether or not that particular nuance exists in the language you're consuming it in the culture you're consuming it from. There's layers. This onion's got many layers, folks. Many, many layers.
Game's like a parfait.
Freaking parfait. Exactly. But this was wonderful.
What a really interesting, not entirely successful, but really chewy experience.
Yeah, and I think at this point, because we have finished the game, we are going to institute our new policy, which is we are going to take next week off. I'm sorry, I've interrupted myself to read something here. I might just be too autistic and distrustful of other people's communication skills to trust subtlety. I mean, and that is a perfectly valid interpretation as well. Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of very commercially successful and very artistically skilled writers who write prose that I cannot connect with. And the reason that I personally do not connect with that prose is because at no point in any of their work do I care.
Yep.
And what that has taught me about work I engage with is that how I care about the events or the characters or the situation is very key to me in my engagement of a piece of art. There's a lot of what I would characterize as beautiful but sterile, successful, major, mainstream art out there that is just not for me.
I think of it as Vulcan literature.
Yeah, it gets put into the Vulcan prose category in my head because
that is fascinating and beautifully constructed, and I don't care.
And at no point do I care. And there's a lot of it's award winning, and I see it has worth and it has resonance and it has, it connects with a larger community, but that community is not me.
Yeah.
Likewise, I cannot handle embarrassment-driven humor. Most of British humor, I do not engage with it. It makes my skin crawl. So I don't talk about Terry Pratchett, because lots of people love Terry Pratchett, and I see quotes of his all the time, and I know that work has social resonance and it has cultural resonance, but I can't read it.
I also have to provide some context here.
I appreciate, it says, for the record, I appreciate a lot of writing that uses nuance, but that's between me and the particular writer. And when I discover that either another audience member doesn't catch on to it or other writer is being weird and cryptic when they think they're being subtle. Yeah, exactly.
Marguerite is the only person I have ever encountered who, halfway through watching The Wrong Trousers for the first time, yelled the universal truth at the heart of that, which is, Gromit, why are you going back to this loser?
Leave! You deserve better! Get away, Ethan Hawke! You know?
Run, Ethan Hunt! Yeah, run, Ethan Hunt, run!
My personal trick is to state something up front, but in a way that seems unimportant at the moment. A lot of it is just, here are some assholes the author wants you to hate, we follow them. Right? You know? And art is as much about its reception as it is about its creation, and all of that is valid. But the thing that I embrace in my heart is that there are more heaven, more stars in the heaven, Horatio, etc., etc. There is more art than I can ever possibly personally experience, let alone connect with. And so it doesn't bother me when I experience but do not connect with something, because there's so much more out there that I may both experience and connect with. Embarrassment/cringe-driven humor has really exploded from the noughties, but it has its root in keeping up with the Joneses and not losing face or your fragile position in society. Yeah, there's a lot of that there. And, I try to intimidate my own privilege when it comes to those sorts of things as well. But I'm with you. I love to scroll over the characters. Again, there's so much more art out there than I'm ever going to get to interact with, that I'm just going to try something different. And if something doesn't work for me, that doesn't make it bad. It means it didn't work for me. And if I could teach the universe one thing, it would be that just because something isn't for you doesn't mean it is bad.
And now you understand why I wage a one-man war on certain subreddits. One of the film Reddits I'm on, someone put up a thread which was basically a thing which happens about 1 in every 10 times on film subreddits, which is, hey, what do you hate? And it was, what movie that is beloved that you just don't get, that you don't understand the love for?
I don't participate in that.
And I responded with, honestly, none of them. Different people love different art. That's the point. If you find joy in something, you've found joy. And
more importantly, I am not wasting my one wild and precious true life focusing on the things that did not work for me. I am focusing on the things that did work for me, or that makes makes the world a better place. I do not have time or the desire to put any energy into hatred and negativity. The universe is gonna fucking do that for me.
And the way that I find myself thinking about it more and more is, do I like this thing? No. But thousands of other people do, which means I don't have to. And that's great. That means I've got room. Like, I do not understand the love for Wicked. That doesn't mean the love for Wicked isn't viable or real.
Very commercially viable.
Very fucking commercially viable. You want to watch the 5-hour Wizard of Oz Begins 2 movies? Great, do it. I'm so happy for you.
I find it weirdly fascinating when people like something I find unfathomably mid. I mean, it's an opportunity to interrogate your own taste, for sure. But at the same time, it's not something I'm going to spend my wild and precious life ranting about to make other people want to join me in not liking it. That's just
one of my very few mentors said something that had to me 20 years ago that stayed with me forever, which is, it is almost impossible to finish a piece of art. If you finished it, you have worked unbelievably hard. You gain a bare minimum of respect for that.
Yeah, exactly.
And
the completion of a creative act is worthy. We're not talking about the value of the art. We're talking about the value of the labor.
It is a maxim he has often not subscribed to himself in the intervening years, but it's one I always try and hold close.
Who said it?
Oh, who'd you say? What?
Oh, well. Very well. Contains multitudes, right?
Contains multitudes.
Listen, we have nattered on. I'm very sorry that we've No, I'm not sorry we've gone on a tangent.
We regret nothing.
We regret nothing. This is what we do.
Nothing to declare but our genius.
So, in keeping with our new tradition this year, we will be taking next Sunday off from streaming, because we finished a game, and then we'll come back with a new one. So,
which might very well be Legacy of Kain.
It may very well be Soul Rager Legacy of Kain, because I love that game so very much, but I have to review the list of potentials and see what it is we want to be doing. At the very least, we'll give it a try, and if people want to join in, great.
So, next week then is really just 2 spots. The middle of the week on Wednesday, we'll be here between 9 and 11, playing Tavern Talk and continuing to dive in on that really chewy narrative there that's starting to present itself.
Right? We're getting a little more into Claymore the Australian.
Claymore the Barbarian.
The Australian Barbarian was so subtle. Oh my god, I adore him. Anyway.
And then on Friday, the full lid will go live.
Exactly. And it's the end of the month, so we'll be doing a bunch of... These are all the things we didn't quite get to this month, so here's some little 3-line reviews of them. And things of that nature.
Indeed. Thank you so much for joining, folks.
Thank you for
deep dive
finishing
into
this
the
game.
heart of art.
And for, I think it's as important to interrogate why something didn't work for you as why something did work for you. And this was a very, very fun game, and the ending didn't work for us. And I'm glad we've talked about it.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's stirring.
Stirs. He blap and he stirs.
He blap and he stir. We better go see what he's up to. All right,
Thank you so much for joining us, folks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I talked across you.
Go ahead.
I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
He's been Gatito Picante, and we'll see you next time.
Have a great one, everybody.